Hi everyone, TRGT here and welcome back to the channel. Battle for Azeroth is in its current form one of the most alt-friendly expansions so far. Yes, a lot of people, including myself, are leveling up their alts, and some of you have been asking me, how do you reach level 120 so fast? Well, in this video I will tell you all about it, and I will go over some handy tips and tricks I'll really recommend using while leveling. And by following these, you should be able to reach max level in less than 8 hours. This guide can of course also be used for leveling up your first level 120 character. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. Alright, let's get started. First, I'm going to talk about numbers. So in theory, when everything goes well, you will be able to get your level 110 toon all the way up to level 120 within around 8 hours of playtime. There are of course a lot of factors and variables that we have to take into account. I'm starting with the most obvious ones and we will work our way up from there, and they're in no particular order. Number 1, by far the most important factor that will dictate how you level, what quests you have to do, and what the fastest routes are. Of course, I'm talking about the add-on called Azeroth Autopilot. Guys, this add-on is amazing. It kind of reminds me of the old quest helper from back in the day. You simply follow the arrow and the add-on will tell you exactly what to do, like for example, setting a hardstone, where to use your goblin glider, auto-accepting quests, skipping unimportant quests, cutscenes and cinematics, even automatically choosing which quest reward is going to be an item level upgrade for you. This add-on is really amazing and it will make leveling your alts as fast and as efficient as possible, and is the main reason why I'm leveling so fast. Number 2, how strong is the character that you want to level? To no surprise, an alt with let's say 240 item level, great legendaries and good trinkets will be a lot faster than an alt who has almost no gear. The difference is very noticeable. Up until level 116, that's when legendaries stop working and you probably have replaced most of your gear. But this does mean that you will level way faster from level 110 to 116 compared to someone who's going in without any good gear. For the 2 best legendaries, I recommend Sophusa's Secret and your best class-specific legendary. I will explain why these 2 in a second. Also for trinkets, I really recommend Terminus Signaling Beacon. Tip number 3, enable War Mode. I think this is a no-brainer. It gives us 10% bonus experience and some cool new PvP talents. Of course, there is the possibility of getting ganked, but to be honest, while I was leveling my Broken Arms warrior, I was killing max level Alliance scum left and right, but I only engaged them when they tried to kill me, because to no surprise, while doing open world PvP, you will lose valuable time. The answer to why I was able to kill max level Alliance so easy: well, the scaling is still quite bad, but they have kind of fixed it. So when your toon is good geared and you have legendaries, you're basically stronger and do more damage than the level 120 boys. So I recommend to only walk away from fights when you have reached level 116. In general, we just don't want to lose too much time on open world PvP because our main focus is leveling up our alt as fast as possible. Tip number 4, before you start your adventure, check out which spec within your class is the best one for leveling and the most efficient one. If you have legendaries, pick up Sophus and a class-specific one, or kill Jaden's Burning Wish. Next, clean up your bags, go to the auction house, buy a bunch of goblin gliders. Should you have gold to spare, get some flasks, get some pre-pots, get some drums, some food buffs, get anything you want that will help you with leveling. Number 5, maximizing your experience gain. For alts, there are 3 different ways to increase our experience gain. We have War Mode, which gives us 10%. We have our Insightful Gem, which gives us another 5%. You can buy this gem from the auction house, it's really cheap. You can put it in Sophus's gem slot or in any piece of gear with a gem slot. That's why I in particular like Sophus. Last but not least, something a lot of people forget, but we have rested experience, which also contributes in leveling up our alts in a faster way. So when you're smart, put your character in a rested zone when you're not busy leveling, so your character can gain rested experience. Tip number 6, this might be very weird, but I'm very sure some people aren't aware of this, but you can skip the Siege of Lordaeron scenario. Yes, this one sounds pretty obvious, but you can also skip the Stormwind scenario by clicking on the NPC that gave you the initial quest. I'm just pointing this out because I know a lot of people that know they can skip the Siege of Lordaeron scenario, but who didn't know that they could also skip the Stormwind scenario. Last but not least, tip number 7. Try to level with a bunch of friends, this will make it more fun, you will do more damage, and the most important thing, war mode is way more enjoyable when you have a bunch of allies by your side. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Install the Azeroth Autopilot add-on and do exactly what it tells you to do. For experience gains, enable war mode, equip the Insightful Gem for another experience buff, and try to always log off in a rested zone. Next, clean up your bags and get a bunch of Goblin Gliders and other cool stuff that can help you with leveling. Last but not least, play with a bunch of friends because WoW is always more enjoyable with friends. My personal advice, put on a series on Netflix, watch a Twitch stream or listen to a good music playlist, follow the autopilot and try to be as efficient as possible, and of course have a wonderful time with leveling up your alts. So there you have it guys, a list of things I personally recommend you should be doing if you want to level up your alts as fast and as efficient as possible in 8 hours or less. That is again all for this one. Let me know in the comment section down below in how many hours you were able to level up your alts. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. Subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. For those of you who are already subscribed, be sure to click on the bell icon and join the notification squad. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.